guys, it's Rachel from Fashion by Robson, and today I'm giving you guys a Q&A video post. Basically, I put it out there on Twitter, Instagram and Facebook, asking you guys if there's any questions you had for me. I did get a lot of questions in terms of like some styling stuff, some more general fashion questions, some beauty questions, and obviously also a couple questions which I've already answered in a previous post based on my career and how why I travel, what I studied, all of that sort of stuff. I'm gonna link you guys to that post, so if you did ask a question relating to my career, to travel, to my studies, then you'll find an answer in there. There was also one on a day in the life of being Brett, and that is also something that I did for the magnifying glass. They had asked me, okay, well, what's a day in your life like? And I basically told them, and so I'll also link you guys to that if that was your question as well. But yeah, but basically I'm going to do this question and answer session in two parts. One part I'm going to tackle the personal questions, the blog questions, and some of the beauty questions as well. And then in the second part I will tackle more of the general fashion questions in terms of trends and that sort of stuff. So I hope you guys definitely enjoy this and keep watching. Okay, so I've got my iPad here and I'm just going to answer the questions. Okay, first question. Tatum Lewis on Facebook asks, do you smoke? No, I don't smoke. I have no problem with other people smoking. I personally do not like the taste in my mouth, but I could hang around with you if you do smoke. I will not date a guy who smokes as well. That's just something I really don't like. So She's So Jersey and Kellyanne Nortke on Instagram asked, how old are you? I'm 25 years old. At the end of Jan I turned 25 and it's a big moment for me. Yeah, you know, I feel like I should have accomplished more with my life by now, but I'm slowly, you know, realizing that, you know, not everything's about checklists and what have you done and stuff like that. So yeah, we'll just see. Then Mohadi on Instagram asked, how do you manage your 9 to 5 with the stylist / blogger work? In terms of the stylist work, it's pretty much personal styling, so it's on a one-on-one basis, and that's a lot easier to schedule because these people have jobs as well, so it's easy to schedule that on the weekend in terms of like what to wear, here's what's trending, let's go shopping together sort of thing. Okay, so in terms of the blog work, I don't take a rest from that. That's like 24/7 for me. The weekends, that's what I'm doing. During the week, that's what I'm doing. Whether I'm at the office or I'm out and about, I'm doing that. Whether I'm on holiday, I'm doing that. If I'm traveling for work, I'm blogging as well. So I don't take a rest whatsoever from blogging and research and that sort of thing. So yeah. Okay, my next question is, Kinastasia Asia on Facebook asked, who's your fashion icon and why that person? I would have to say Coco Chanel. I don't necessarily like dress like her, but I really admire her style. In terms of like the Parisian chic look and the pearls and the black and the whites and you know that classic Parisian style, I really admire, and I love the French anyway, so she's just like one of my absolute favorite people. I watch the movies, I've got the books and everything. I love Chanel like you have no idea. Okay, then Kaylu on Twitter asked, if you didn't pursue a career in fashion, what would you have done? I think that I would have gone ahead and studied a BCom like I had planned. I would have been in the corporate world. I would have been dominating the corporate world as well because I'm a very dominant female in terms of like, I think it also goes back to my name. You know, I'm like a man when it comes to a lot of things. But yeah, I think I would have been doing really well in it. I'm not sure I would have been very fulfilled, but I definitely think I would have thrived in a corporate environment. I get a lot of questions about my fitness and like health and that sort of stuff. And basically up until October of last year, I didn't do any exercise. But in October, I decided to start pole dancing classes once a week. I basically now started doing them twice a week. I just thought I should up my game in terms of it, and I love learning new things and stuff, so that's very cool. And I just eat healthy, so I'm very lucky that I can only just do that and eat like good food and look the way I do. But I definitely promote a healthy lifestyle no matter what your size. I think being healthy is the most important thing. Okay, I'm going to get into the beauty questions now, and one of the most common questions I get from people like all the time is about my skincare and my actual like my face. the moment, I am using the Elizabeth Arden Skin Illuminating 3-Step. So it's a cleanser, a toner, and a moisturizer. And I just started using it about a month ago, and I'm really enjoying it. I was using Kiehl's before that, and I didn't stop using Kiehl's because there was anything wrong with Kiehl's. I decided to basically like change up my routine just to see if it would make an impact on my skin, and I think that my skin is looking a lot better now. A question I get quite often is about my hair, and people want to know in terms of like what do I do to keep my hair healthy. In terms of like shampoo, conditioner, I use this Gliss Hair Repair. This is the conditioner. I use the shampoo, conditioner, and I use the hair mask as well. In terms of like my styling products, I use the GHD styling products for curl, heat protecting, and for hairspray as well. I use the GHD clips to do my hair, and yeah, that's pretty much it in terms of my hair. Okay, so let's get into some blog questions now. At London Holland on Instagram asks, how do you get your name on a PR list? What advice can you give to a blogger wanting to start working with brands? Pretty much, if you want to get your name on a PR list, you gotta basically just put yourself out there and work really hard. Because you could contact a PR company and say, hey, this is who I am, here's a link to my blog, here's my Facebook, my Twitter, whatever. But they're still gonna pretty much check out your stats, and if you're just like a starting out blog, they're not really gonna be interested in sending you freebies or inviting you places and stuff, because they need you to build up your brand and give them the exposure they need. So I mean, you know, I get like updates. PR companies want updates on what's happening with you, like every couple months or once a year. They say, hey, we're updating our media list, here's all the information we need, and you've got to submit that information if you want to like keep working with that PR company. And in terms of what advice can you give to bloggers wanting to start working with brands, exactly what I said. You need to basically like build up your brand before you can work with other brands, because that's exactly what I've done. Is like I built myself up in terms of Robson, and brands want to work with me. I get stuff from brands like on a daily basis, in terms of different ways they can work with me. Can they send me products? But it's only because I have built a reputation and, you know, built my blog up to something that brands want to work with, and they know what they're gonna get in terms of my readership. On Fashion Street blog on Facebook asked, having such a huge following, do you deal with stalker creeps that bother you more than usual? So firstly, I don't think my following is that huge, but I think I do have a pretty decent following. But anyway, then in terms of how I deal with these sort of people, basically I pretty much ignore them, although sometimes it does get to me, and like you'll see me on Twitter or something and I'll be like, you know, I'm so sick and tired of people just being negative and like sending me like negative messages or commenting on my blog what awful toes I have, or the fact that I should be wearing a bra but why am I not wearing a bra, or whatever, you know, things like that they say to me, or that I look like a tranny. Which, I mean, I know I don't look like a transvestite, but hey, there's some really hot transvestites out there, so whatever. I mean, like, you know, that's sort of something really silly. But then, like, even recently, there was this guy on Instagram, and he'd only ever comment on stuff when he had something negative to say. And eventually I was like, you know what, I can't even deal with you anymore. I'm just tired of your negative energy in my positive space, and I will block you, because it's as simple as that. I will click the block button, and I don't need to deal with anybody's negative energy, because I'm a very positive person. And you know, if there's one thing that I don't mind, it's criticism. I don't mind if you've got something valid to come to me with and say, you know what, I think you can improve in this area, or this is the area where you are lacking, work on that. I will take that and I will look at it and say, okay, well, what can I do? What am I not doing right? But don't just be a nasty person to me, because I will not stand for that, and I don't see why I have to deal with someone like that. And you know, I think it goes back to the saying I like, you know, it's not about me, it's about the person and how they feel about themselves. So it's actually got nothing to do with me and who I am. It's just what they do to feel better about themselves. Anyway, let's get on to the questions. Okay, so Jacqueline Natanya on Facebook asked, how do I get involved in fashion blogging, and how can I get companies to advertise on my blog? First steps first, start a fashion blog. Use Blogger, use WordPress, get started there, get your domain registered. decide what your blog is going to be about. Is it going to be street style? Is it going to be trends? Is it going to be personal style, lifestyle, whatever? You know, start from the beginning before you jump and get ahead of yourself and think, well, how do I get people to advertise my blog? How do I make money? Because until you build up your blog reputation and your blog brand, people aren't going to want to pay to advertise on your blog. But I mean, there are affiliate ads and stuff that you can put from the very beginning, and it's basically just like, you know, AdSense and stuff that you can insert onto your blog to sort of make money. I personally don't like those. I don't feel like it really makes you any money, but that's my personal like view on it. But you can try that. But in terms of approaching a specific company and saying, hey, advertise on my blog, they're not going to want to advertise on your blog unless you have a decent enough following and reputation and all of that. So I think work on yourself and your blog first, and I'll keep going back to that, is that start with you as a brand and build that up before you really look at how you can, like, you know, make money and get brands to work with you and send you stuff and all of that. Okay, so Bussy Siri Lala and Jamie Lee Fortain on Facebook both asked me a question: who takes your pictures? Basically my mom takes my pictures. Photography is a bit of a hobby of hers, and so it's a nice way for us to sort of bond with each other when she takes my pictures. All the product pictures that I take for my blog are done by myself, and when I'm traveling or when I'm out and about, whoever I happen to be with at that moment, I basically just say, this is what I want, this is how you need to take my pictures, this is where you need to press, please take pictures for me, and that's pretty much it. But I actually have advised my mom recently that, you know, it's something that maybe she should look at doing for other bloggers as well, in terms of, like, she understands what you need in terms of a fashion blog, and, like, you know, I like my accessory shots, I like my shoe shots. There's a certain way that, or style that I have in terms of the way I like my pictures done, and she understands that, and I think that she could also do it for other bloggers as well, obviously for a fee. But yeah, it's something that I think she's thinking about, but I'm not sure if she'll do it or not. But I have advised her, because I think it'll be kind of fun for her as well to work with other people. Last question I have today for you guys is from Emma Follett Buerta on Facebook, and she says, advice for girls getting into the same industry as you. In terms of the blogging industry, my advice to you would be to be, like, just be yourself and do something that you want to do. Don't do fashion if you're not really passionate about fashion. If food is your thing, go for it. Get into food blogging. You know, I don't think that everyone will relate to everyone else's blog, and that's okay, but you've also got to have a stomach for it, because there's a lot of negativity in terms of the blogging industry, and girls can be so freaking bitchy, you have no idea. I mean, I don't think that I'm better than anyone else, but I try to stay above all of that, because I don't feel the need to be negative about anyone else's blog. If I don't like your blog, I'm not going to visit it. It's as simple as that. I just won't go back to it. But if I actually do like your blog, I'm going to come and visit it, and I'm going to enjoy it, and in my comments I'll tweet you or whatever. But there's going to be someone who will enjoy what you do. If I don't relate to your style, someone else may relate to your style. Not everyone relates to my style either. But I think definitely, you know, do it because you want to do it. Don't do it for the wrong reasons. Don't do it for freebies and events and stuff. Do it because you actually really enjoy fashion, and you feel like you want your voice to be heard, and you want to see if people think what you think and what they have to say, you know. And if you want to see what people, like, you know, what other people think as well. You know, sometimes it's about starting a conversation with people about a certain topic, and if fashion's your topic, then 100% go for it. Yeah, that's pretty much it in terms of today's questions. I'm gonna do part 2 soon. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I feel like something is like eating me alive on my back, but anyway. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and until next time, definitely like, subscribe, and all of that. Check out my blog, www.robson.com. I will see you guys next time. Bye.